Alright gang, welcome back to our Broke to Billionaire challenge on Ohio Richlands. It is now January. We don't have a whole lot to do actually today. Our crops are growing well. We do have to fertilize the field in the very far back, way back there. But other than that, that's really the only thing we have to accomplish today. I would like to sell some of our crop that's in our silo though. I think it is the best time to sell the oat, I believe. Yeah. And it is dropping, so we need to sell that pretty quickly. I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup work here, as I mentioned in the last episode, of touching up some of these IBCs of liquid fertilizer. I bought a little bit too much there, so we'll stick them over here for now. We'll eventually use them, I'm sure. Perfect. Put the skid steer away real quick, if I can drive it properly. It's a perfect spot for it right there. So, with that understanding, let's get in here. I think what I'm going to do... How much fertilizer do we have in this right now? Probably not enough. Probably not enough. How much liquid fertilizer do we have in this? We really don't need liquid fertilizer anymore. We should use liquid fertilizer. That should be able to do it. Means we're probably going to have to turn the skid steer back on and move the herbicide out here in a second, but it's okay. We'll try to put it somewhere out of the way this time instead of just being in the middle like that. Perfect. I don't have to move it now. So this is probably the last time we use liquid fertilizer. At least for the fields. But everything else is looking good, gang. We've got to make sure we don't go into the crop here. I did a little bit there, you can see. But, I mean, it's not that bad. We can also work today to put in a track here. We'll probably put it in where this grass is. I would like to make it a little bit bigger than that, but we'll probably have to wait until these fields harvest, or until we harvest these fields before we do that. I really don't want to waste anything of that. We also need to get rid of the dead tree that's been here since episode 1, and probably chop down a few more of these trees as well, and make this a little bit of an easier area back here. We could possibly even put a tiny little shed back here, like an open air shed, just in case it rains and it, you know, floods it or whatever. And we could keep a few minor things back here. So go around the headland here like we normally do, and then I think when we're done with this, we'll sell some of that crop that we have, some of the actual harvest that we got. Since it's the best time to sell it now and it's dropping, we might as well go ahead and sell it. See how much money we get. I'm hoping, it really still will mean that we won't have a whole lot to do today, but I'm hoping we get enough that we can purchase this plot right here for $192,000. We currently have 112. It's not really asking a whole lot to get to that point. But we'll see, I guess, right? Doesn't necessarily mean, even though we have like 30,000 of it, 30,000, 30, almost 40,000 liters of it, doesn't necessarily mean we're still going to get enough money to be able to buy that plot. I would think we would at $3,000, give or take a few $100 a liter. But, I mean, I think it's going to be kind of close. What is that? Hold on a second. Realistically, I think it should be around 100 grand, a little more, well, probably 110 grand, honestly, if you factor that in. But it's going to take a number of trips to do, so our trailer unfortunately just isn't large enough to be able to do that in one trip. It would be great to have that, but it would be a massive trailer, probably one that we need a semi truly to be able to do that and utilize that properly. But if we come back here and we get rid of some more of these trees, we could definitely expand the fields out a little bit more. I don't want to go too far because you could run into the issue of not being able to harvest it because it would pop up saying it's not your land, even if it is. It has a little bit of a leeway window there, a buffer there, I guess you should say, that we should have to make sure that it does not say that. But this shouldn't take too long at all, gang. Let's get this done. When we're done, we'll go ahead and at least do a one trip with the trailer to wherever it is we're going to sell it in a time lapse. And then once that one's done, we will see what kind of profit we got out of that. And then I'll probably just do jump cuts every time we go sell it from there. See you guys when all this is done. Again, with first load here to the farm shop, it's not that much different than our sell everything bins, so we'll probably sell the rest of it there, but I wanted to at least take a nice scenic drive here to the farm shop and sell this one. And man, I really butchered that spraying of that backfield, didn't I? That was a mess. We missed a bunch. I was expecting to be relatively close, miss a few sections, but I missed a bunch. So yeah, we're going to get a nice payday here. It's still unloading. We're almost 170,000 already, so I would expect to eclipse that before we're done here. Yep, definitely going to eclipse that. We should be able to buy that plot of land across the street from us. That was a goal I wanted to do. Now, we're not going to be able to do anything with that plot of land because it's just ready to go. It will be ready to harvest soon, but it has 98% yield bonus, so it's a perfect time for us to buy it. We're going to get a lot of our money back for purchasing that field, which is really the way that we're going to succeed in this challenge, right? Is by getting plots of land that are already fully drilled, fertilized, all that good stuff, so the yield is high, and then we can get a lot of our money back that we paid for that field. Man, I love this map. It's so good. It's so good. So, I think based off of that, we know we're going to be able to get this one, right? We know it. So, um, 192. We're not that far off. Should we buy that one, or should we look at buying something else? I guess that's the question, right? 330. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the road. It's just the plots of land in this are just so expensive. That's the biggest problem. So I guess we're going to have to buy that one. I mean, that's the best bet we can get right now. Truly. It's another plot of land. It means more money for us in the long term. And that's how we're going to continue to expand our operation. So let's get back to the farm. We'll fill this up. We'll go sell it. Because I'm pretty sure, unless things have drastically changed since we just took that load there, our sell everything is 250. The farm shop's 292. Is it really worth driving that far for 40 bucks per 1,000 liters? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it is. Alright, we'll bring it back to the farm shop. It's not that far of a drive. We'll bring it to the farm shop. We do need gas, though. You can see that. We're running low on gas. We may just put a pump in at our little farm here just to save us some time. Because I think the gas station is all the way back by the store. No, it's over here. It's still kind of far away. It's not that far, but I mean, it is a drive. We're going to need it for the harvester. I really don't want to drive the harvester that far just to fill up gas, so I think we'll put a pump in. But I'll look to do that here shortly. Let's get this sold first. Alright, pulling back up here to the farm shop. Gang, I'm an idiot. You guys might have already mentioned this. I've recorded a few of these ahead of time, but I just, for whatever reason, I thought I had checked everything and I didn't. There is a tip for the whole thing. I was just tipping through the grain door, and that was part of the problem. Yep. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. Look how much faster that was. Dumb. Oh well. We figured it out now, I guess. Could be worse. I swear I checked every single location within the trailer. I'm dumb. Anyway. See you guys back at the farm. We've got plenty of money to buy that plot, and a little bit more to spend as well. So I'll see you guys back at the farm. We're pulling back up here, gang. It has started to snow, as you can see. It's a good thing we don't have to do any harvesting today, because that would definitely put a damper in our plans. I think what I'm going to do, gang, is I'm going to sell everything else we have in here. A couple of them are a little bit less than you really could get, but there's not that much in here. We're going to sell the rest of the canola. It won't make us a ton of money, but it'll be a little bit. And then we'll sell like the 87 liters of sorghum, whatever it is we had in there. The price at the sell everything containers here is pretty much identical to everything else, or it's higher. I think the sorghum is higher. So we'll just sell it here. And it's really not enough to even go anywhere. So $7,587 for that. I expect a couple $100 maybe out of the 87 liters of sorghum. So not a lot, but we're at 250 grand. It's a pretty penny, gang. It's a pretty penny for so early on in this series. Yeah, 80. That's all there was in there. Nothing. 82 liters. A couple $100. $232. Pretty much what I said. A couple $100. So let's go put this away. And I think we're going to buy that plot over there. I did see there's a tiny little plot back there. It's only 70,000, I think. It's a very small plot. We can't buy both of them, unfortunately. I would love to buy both, but we can't. They're both going to be ready to harvest, it looks like, the same time. That was my next, goal, was looking at which one was going to be ready to harvest before the other one, because we'll buy the one that would be ready first. So, based off of that, I think we'll buy the bigger one. Just seems like the smarter play. So let's go take a look at it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So there's this little tiny plot 22 back here. And it looks like it'll be ready next episode or the following one, if not the next one. But it's 71 grand. This one is 192,000. It is bigger, for sure. A lot bigger. It will be the smallest plot we have, though. It's probably 2/3 the size of this one right here, right? Now, there is a track that goes right through it, and I'm assuming they had that there to connect to the back of this individual's farm. But if we buy this, we really won't need that track going back there. So we'll probably get a cultivator or a drill or something and connect this little track here to make this one full field. But this is the field right here. So it's decent size. It's expensive for what it is, though. But all the fields are expensive, like I mentioned. So the other options we have to choose from is we can buy this one right here, which is a grass field. Skinny, narrow grass field. We can also buy this one here, which is corn. We don't have a header for corn, but we could get one eventually. We'd have to get a planter too if we want to do more corn and sunflowers and that kind of stuff. So we have, those are the options really. We have those two, this one, that little one in the back, which we'll go look at in a second. I think there's one back here we could buy as well, but I think it's is it this one? Or is it a wood field? I forget. There's one. Here it is. I don't think I was far enough back. There's a little field way back here, but I don't know if I want to do that either. It's a far drive, and it's not really a whole lot. I think it's a grass field too. Yeah, it's a grass field. So we've got those options. Those are really the only options we have. So based off of that, I think we're going to stick with our initial plan here, and we're going to purchase this plot right here. It has a 89% yield bonus, 93%, right around 90%, give or take. There's 98 there. So pretty good. We're going to make a decent profit back from this. So we will buy this one, and it'll be ready to harvest, hopefully, next episode. Hopefully. These are 58 grand, so almost enough actually to buy this one. We may get lucky when we harvest this one next month and have enough money to buy this one before they harvest it. Never know. We could get lucky there. That's a very expensive one. Can't purchase this one for whatever reason, even though it does have crop in it. It's kind of weird, but so with that, gang, what we're going to do is kind of what I mentioned we were going to do, right? I'm going to do a little bit of land work, and by land work I mean we're going to put in a very skinny, for the meantime, temporary, eventually it will get bigger, track that leads back to our crop field back there. Well, our two crop fields, since we split this one big field. So we're going to make it just kind of follow along with the grass here. For whatever it'll allow me to do, that's what we're going to do. So, what do we want to use, though? I don't want to use concrete. It's going to be like dirt or maybe some gravel. and the prices are the same, so I don't really care if it is gravel. The gravel would make sense since we have gravel here, this type of gravel that we have. Yeah, see, it won't even let me do it here. I can only do it on the half edge of this, so it's going to be very, very small. It's not even letting me spray it. So, never mind. We're not going to do that. No, that sucks. I was hoping we were going to do that. It won't even let me spray it. It must be too close. Like I was talking about earlier, there's like that barrier, that buffer barrier. It won't even allow me to do it. So, the only other thing we can do today, gang, is knock down some of those trees. Like I said, the problem we have here is that this does not have straps. So, I could put the wood on there, but the odds are they're going to fall off on the trip back here. So, let's see how this goes. I forgot to turn the tractor off. Let's we'll put them on here and we'll see how bad it is to get them back here. I think they can sell at the Sell Everything container. I'm hoping they can. I really don't want to drive them anywhere else, especially on a trailer that doesn't have straps. You know, certainly we could buy another trailer, but I don't really want to. I mean, we kind of want to save the money here. We kind of have a plan in place here. We're going to harvest that field in the next month, and then we're going to buy that little tiny plot back here, hopefully with the profit. That will also be ready to harvest. And hopefully that's our goal, because we could eventually connect that little tiny one with the one back there. That's probably what we will do, honestly. We also are going to need to get some kind of a stub grinder to get rid of this, but I mean, that could be temporary for now. I don't know if it'll even let me cut this one. Sometimes it won't let me cut it. Well, now it will. Okay. Whatever. Alright, let's see how this goes, gang. I know they're going to fall off. I know they are. But it's not even let me pick it up. There we go. Well, that went well. They're going to be dragging all over the ground. This is going to be a mess. But that one right there that we're getting rid of now, at least trying to get rid of most of it, is the biggest problem child, honestly, of this whole operation here. I think we get rid of it. Mostly. As much as we're going to be able to. Alright. So let's think about this. So we're going to drive through here. We can easily drive this way. We probably need to get rid of this guy here. I think we're going to be okay to leave this tree. We might have to get rid of it, but I think if we just drive around like this and then turn into the bridge here, I think that will work fine. So it's just this tree, and if we can get rid of that tree, then we'll be in okay shape, I hope. So let's get rid of it. It won't let me go to mow it very low. Or mow it. It won't let me cut it very low. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it won't let me. That's unfortunate, man. Alright, well, we'll have to take it down like that, I guess. It's really still in the way. We're going to need a stump grinder, because I can't get it any lower than that. It really doesn't help us. It actually makes it worse, I think. Perfect day for chopping down trees, though, when it's snowing, though. Alright. Nope, still can't pick it up. Okay. Alright. Really sucks about that one, though, man. I really wanted to get rid of that stump. Now I'm going to have to get a stump grinder. That's going to take a long time to do. They're not cheap. Those are expensive. So come green for a minute. Come on. No. Oh, well. Alright, let's get this guy. What are you doing? Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? Did we knock this down in a previous episode? I don't remember this. We must have. Don't remember doing it. Yeah, this is a very, it's not a very clean tree. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. A lot of branches. Alright, this one's going to take a while to do. Let's get this done, gang. Alright, this is taking forever, gang. So let me get the rest of this done. We'll get it loaded up and we'll start taking it back. You saw the first trip. Things were falling off left and right. I expect that to happen again. So it's going to take a while. Let me get it all done. All right, first load coming back up here. I didn't want to do any more than what we currently have on here. I was afraid to do any more than that. And it's taking forever because it's saying that they're so heavy that I can't pick up even the smallest of things. But we're getting a decent amount of money out of this. It's just free money. It's just, you know, wood that's just been sitting there. So it'd be more ideal if I had a trailer with some straps that I could put down, because I could, you know, get this done in a much quicker clip. But we got an Autoload trailer, so we have to work with what we got for now. And I don't want to spend the money on another trailer. Because we don't have that many trees. Maybe eventually we will, but currently we don't have that many trees, so it's not even worth it right now, in my opinion. But we are edging ever so closer to getting that field, though, which means we will have to get rid of more trees. So maybe we should just get a trailer at this point, but maybe just a cheaper trailer, you know. But we're gonna wait on it for now. And I can drive across this crop still. I figured that out. So we're going to put this as close as we can to the trees, so it saves me some time. But if we want to connect those fields, we got to at least get rid of, what, 2, maybe 3 trees over there? It's just such a small plot. It doesn't see. Look, I can't even pick that up. Like, I feel like in real life I could pick that up, like, no problem. But it won't let me here for whatever reason. It's the knobs, I guess, the knots. And I got to cut them at an awkward angle, which means we don't get as much money for them. I'm just going to chop right through that one. All right, I'll be back to the selling point when we're done here, gang. All right, we got them all on there, gang, but this is a disaster waiting to happen without straps. I'm just waiting for them all to fall off. We're going to have to slow it down a little bit. We should not be going that fast. I'm going to drive into the neighbor's crop. Try to get there on a straight path as much as I can here without having to turn. At least not turn until we get to the sell point. I'll turn off all those triggers here in a minute. I just wanted to have them on because I really didn't know where the trigger was to sell the wood on that. The rest of the time we've just been selling crop into the grate, right? So I just didn't know where it was. I've never utilized that container previously in any other playthrough I've done, so... Actually, I'll turn it off right now that I know where it is. Alright, I think we got it there. We might have lost 1 or 2 things in the process. I didn't really see anything fall, but we could have when we turned around. There's one that just fell. There's another one. I think I'm just going to pull the rest of those off by hand, actually. Move this one, first of all. I think the problem with some of this is that the hit detection on this wood is not very good, so it thinks that it's actually bigger or longer than it is, and that's why I can't pick up some of them that I would have expected to be able to pick up. If it was a different tree, I could. Like, that one's just sitting in the middle of the air. So clearly there's a hitbox issue on that one. Is that it? Can I pick these up? No. That's it. Okay. Well, we're up to 62,000. That's much closer than I thought we would be to being able to buy that small plot back there. So let's go put the tractor away. We'll head back to the back there and see if there's anything we can do as far as putting down any kind of gravel or anything. It didn't really allow me to do it up here, so I'm expecting it to be the same back there, but I don't know. You never know, I guess. Go ahead and close this. We don't need that open anymore. Alright, let's go to construction, landscape painting. Grab our gravel. Let's head all the way back here and just see what it says, if it says anything at all. Yep, it won't let me do it. Well, it does there, but it won't let me do it here for some reason. Guess it's saying I don't own it, which is kind of weird. To me, it looked like I owned it, but whatever. Definitely need something for that right there. That tree is really in the way. It's causing all kinds of issues. Alright, let's see if we can touch this up a little bit here and there. Looks like that's the extent it's going to let me paint it. Well, I guess it's something. It's better than nothing. It does have a little bit of gravel back here where we want it to be at, to go around this tree. A little easier for us to see. Now, I'm expecting it's going to say that this is not my land, and I think that's water right there, and it is. So it probably won't even allow me to do it. But I wanted to look at buildings and doing a tiny little shed of some sort. I had an idea of one. I don't know if I still have it downloaded, though. Yeah, it's going to say overlaps with another object because of the water, I'm assuming, or the tree. Actually, it'll let me do it here, evidently. Well, that's different. That's right in the middle of it. I don't want that. I don't want that. I think it's the tree right here that's causing that issue, that stump. So if we get rid of that stump, we probably could put it here. But that's a problem, though, unless we take out part of this crop, which maybe we will for that shed. I don't know. I mean, that wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too bad at all. 11 grand for a shed right there. Is there anything else out there that we can potentially utilize here? I know these are decent. And it gives you some monthly income too, which is kind of nice. But they're expensive though. Man, they're expensive. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Not for our current price. This is the one I was thinking of. This is it. But if it says overlaps another object, it's not going to work. Yeah, it ain't going to work. Not how I wanted it to, at least. Alright, well, I'll think about that, I guess, some more off camera. I could always put in a carport, but that's not going to be big enough for any tools or equipment. So I'll think about all that off camera for the next episode and decide if I want to do anything or not. But we'll leave that episode there, gang. Probably a little bit of a shorter episode. I don't know, I really didn't take a peek at the recordings, but it probably was a bit of a shorter episode than normal. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we're on the path here. We got another plot of land. That's the first time we've bought that in this series, so that is good. And hopefully we'll be able to buy this one as well in the next episode. Ideally, we could buy this one or this one too, but probably won't be able to off that one little plot there. It probably won't give us enough. In any case, hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe. If you're new, it's free. Helps me a ton. Subscribe to my second channel if you haven't done so. And until next time, I will see you all in the next episode.